Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a budget with me for the paycheck that I will be receiving on February 16th, 2023 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Super excited to be putting together a budget with me for the paycheck I'm receiving on February 16th. But prior to getting to that, I did last week post my January 2023 budget recap, and I forgot to bring in my $5 challenge jar. So I have been stuffing this acrylic jar with $5 bills since the beginning of 2021. I got this off Amazon. It's always listed in my Amazon favorites under budgeting supplies, but if I remember, I'll just link it directly in the description box. It is an affiliate link, but that's no extra charge to you. It just helps me out a little bit. But I decided in 2023 to try and make this $5 challenge a little bit more interactive. And so what I've been doing is I've been actually saving the $5 bills that I come across in this $5 challenge envelope. And then my plan was that once a month when I do my budget recaps, I would take the bills out of here and put them in my jar. I did forget to do that during my January 2021 budget recap. So I'm going to pull you all over into my $5 challenge tracker. Now, I do have a bill from one $5 bill from the 2nd on here from February 2nd. Honestly, I feel like this isn't fully updated. I feel like there's more 5s in here than that. But what I'm basically going to do is I'm only going to pull out the 5s that would have been in this envelope at the end of January. I'll leave whatever should have been in the envelope for February, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, in my February budget recap I'll remember to stuff it. So what we really need to be pulling out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 $5 bills. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, see, this isn't fully updated. I definitely need to update my tracker. So we have the 7 $5 bills that I saved up in January. Let's just count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to stuff these in here. It's getting increasingly more difficult to put the 5s in this jar. I have been trying to kind of like slide them in to create as much room as possible. I feel like if I keep it a little neater, I'll be able to overall fit more 5s in here. So I'm going to kind of clump these together, and I'm going to just try to slide them over to this area where they're all kind of standing up. Let's see. Oh, that worked pretty good actually. So there they are, all those $5 bills that I just put in from January 2023. Thank you for bearing with me while I did that. Definitely forgot to do that when I was doing my January recap. So let me just put this envelope back in here, and then we're going to get to the actual budget with me. So I left a note for myself, put $5 bills in jar. So for this budget with me, again, we are going to be budgeting the paycheck that I'm receiving on the 16th of February. I didn't bring you into my monthly view, trying to make sure I'm good on time with this video. So diving right into the paycheck budget tracker, we're going to start out in the income section. I do budget my income for my full-time job and my full-time job only. If I make any additional income from other revenue sources, I don't factor it into my budget. It just ends up showing up in my actual column. So from my full-time job, I am budgeting my income to be $3,100 for this paycheck, and we are going to be paying quite a few bills with this paycheck. We have my Netflix, my Verizon, Optimum, car payment, church contribution, and then my rent for March. I always budget $17 for Netflix, $130 for Verizon. I actually think my Verizon is going to end up being a little bit more than that. I'm still trying to figure out what my monthly balance is going to be, because I did purchase a new phone a couple months ago, but I think it's more so like $140 now with the new phone factored in. Optimum $205, car payment $460, church $20, and rent is going to be $600. If I add that all together, it comes to $1,432. And if I subtract that $1,432 from the $3,100 I budgeted my income to be, we're left with $1,668. And that's what I'm going to bring over to the variable expense or envelope section of the paycheck budget tracker. For me, all of my envelopes or variable expenses stay the same from paycheck to paycheck. That's just what works for me in my budget. I know that some people probably vary these things up a little bit more, and as long as it works for you, that's really what this is all about. Groceries, I always budget to be $200. I'm budgeting $100 for eating out, $75 for gas, and then $175 for miscellaneous. If I add all of that together, it does equal to $550. And if I subtract that from the $1,668 we were left with after paying my bills, we do have $1,118 to bring over to the sinking fund section. Now, the sinking fund section has definitely been shrinking. I started out 2023 with a lot of sinking funds. This entire list here was covered with sinking funds, but we've been fortunately able to meet goal on a lot of our sinking funds for the 2023 year. So we are down to less. And with this paycheck, I think we're only getting rid of one more, but we're definitely getting close with one. So I'm going to be budgeting $50 for travel, $25 for Black Friday, $155 for Christmas. Now, this is getting a lot more than its usual amount because I'm basically doing a sinking fund snowball, where if I'm done reaching goal with an envelope, I still save the money I would have contributed to that envelope. I just put it into a different envelope. So Christmas is really getting a lot of cash right now. It's getting all of the extra cash from every other sinking fund that we've reached goal on. Car insurance and taxes is getting $110, giving is getting $50, and then my RN and APRN licenses is getting $100, and this is going to be the last time we are contributing to this sinking fund for the year. If I add up all my sinking funds together, it does equal $490. And if I subtract that from the $1,118 I was left with after paying my bills, we have $628 left. And that's going to come down and fully go into the extra savings section of the paycheck budget tracker. I know in the last several budget with me's, you've seen that I've really been trying to kind of contribute more to my car loan, put more towards debt, and then kind of almost split what I have left between car and house savings. This is such a low amount that I have left over. This was definitely a bill heavy pay period. So with the $628, I just feel like it makes the most sense to put that all automatically into my house savings. Now, I did put together my cash envelope breakdown for this paycheck. The parts of it that I didn't actually do are just my sinking funds and my rent, which are the easy ones. I always just do largest denominations possible, but I did kind of put together what I was going to need for my cash envelope breakdown in my variable expense cash envelopes. And part of the reason why I did that was because I wanted to make sure I had the correct bills that I needed for some of my savings challenges for this pay period. So we're going to be doing $100 and a $100 bill for eating out. Gas is getting $75 and a $50, a $20 and a $5, and then miscellaneous is getting $175 in two 20s. Is that right? 100, 160, 160, yeah, it is. 220s, 250s, 3 20s, a 10 and a 5. So that's going to be what we're going to work with regards to my savings challenges that I'm going to contribute to with this paycheck. And that's going to be it for the budget with me for the paycheck I'm receiving on February 16th. I hope you all enjoyed this budget with me. Thank you so much for indulging me filling up my acrylic container with my $5 bills for my $5 challenge. As I said, I will definitely try to link this down below in the description. I didn't mention initially, but this actually doesn't have an opening to it. The only way to get to the $5 bills that are in here is to break this container open, and that's part of why I've just decided to keep stuffing it as much as possible until there is absolutely no room left. So again, I've been working on this for a little over 2 years now. I have quite a few $5 bills in here, but we still have room. So we're going to stuff this thing up until there's no more room left, and then I will be breaking it open. As always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.